Welcome to Millennium News TV 24/7 Afternoon Global News Update. My name is Todd Goldfinger, and here are today's top headlines. Thank you for being with us. Story number 1. Search and recovery crews on Sunday resumed the daunting task of digging through the debris of flattened and battered homes, commercial buildings, and municipal offices after hundreds of people were displaced by a deadly tornado that ripped through the Mississippi Delta, one of the poorest regions of the U.S. At least 25 people were killed and dozens of others were injured in Mississippi as the massive storm ripped through several towns on its hour-long path Friday night. One man was killed after his trailer home flipped several times in Alabama. The twister flattened entire blocks, obliterated houses, ripped a steeple off a church, and toppled a municipal water tower. Even with the recovery just starting, the National Weather Service warned of a risk of more severe weather Sunday, including high winds, large hail, and possible tornadoes in eastern Louisiana, south central Mississippi, and south central Alabama. Next news. News story number 2. The actor Jonathan Majors was arrested Saturday in New York on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment, authorities said. New York City police said that Majors, star of the recently released Creed 3 and Ant-Man, and The Wasp: Quantumania, was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. Police responded around 11 a.m. to a 911 call inside an apartment in the Manhattan neighborhood of Chelsea. In quotes, "The victim informed police she was assaulted," end quotes, a spokesperson for the NYPD said in a statement. In quotes, "Officers placed the 33-year-old male into custody without incident. The victim sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed to an area hospital in stable condition." Next news. News story number 3. Two people found dead in a railroad car in South Texas were Honduran men, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security said in a statement Saturday, indicating it was investigating the case as possible human smuggling. In quotes, "We will continue to address the serious public safety threat posed by human smuggling organizations and their reckless disregard for the health and safety of those smuggled," end quotes, Department spokesperson Nina Pruneda said in the statement. Pruneda declined to comment beyond the statement, which said the investigation is ongoing, but did not say whether any of the migrants were in custody. Next news. News story number 4. A challenger defeated the president of the United Auto Workers in a close election and vowed Saturday to take a more confrontational stance in negotiating with the big automakers. A court-appointed monitor declared challenger Sean Fain the winner over incumbent Ray Curry. Fain's slate of candidates won control of the big union as workers rejected most incumbents in the wake of a bribery and embezzlement scandal. It was the 372,000 member union's first direct election of its 14-member International Executive Board, which came in the wake of the wide-ranging scandal that landed two former presidents in prison. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Hello, and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global Afternoon News Update. Here's the continuation of today's top stories. Thank you for being with us. News story number 5. Canada has pledged a significant increase in spending to improve water quality in the Great Lakes following Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's meeting with U.S. President Joe Biden, whose administration also has boosted funding for the shared waters. Following their discussions Friday in Ottawa, Trudeau said his government would spend $420 million, about $306 million in US dollars, over the next decade on the lakes, still suffering from 20th century industrial pollution and newer challenges such as climate change, PFAS, chemicals, and microplastics. The announcement came weeks after U.S. Congress members prodded President Biden to seek more support for the lakes from Canada, which critics have accused of doing too little. Next news. News story number 6. Facing a potential indictment, Donald Trump took a defiant stance at a rally Saturday in Waco, Texas, disparaging the prosecutors investigating him and predicting his vindication as he rallied supporters in a city made famous by deadly resistance against law enforcement. With a hand over his heart, Trump stood at attention when his rally opened with a song called Justice for All, performed by a choir of people imprisoned for their roles in the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Some footage from the insurrection was shown on big screens displayed at the rally site as the choir sang the national anthem and a recording played of Trump reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Next news. News story number 7. President Joe Biden's choice to run the Federal Aviation Administration has withdrawn his nomination, a setback for the administration that comes after Denver International Airport CEO Philip Washington appeared to lack enough support in the closely divided Senate. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg confirmed Washington's withdrawal in a tweet Saturday night, calling him an excellent nominee and blaming undeserved and partisan attacks. Republicans were united in opposition to Washington, calling him unqualified because of limited aviation experience. Democrats and allied independents still might have pushed the nomination through, but key senators on their side balked at supporting President Biden's pick. Next news. News story number 8. Nicholas Lloyd Webber, the Grammy-nominated composer, record producer, and eldest son of Andrew Lloyd Webber, died Saturday in England after a protracted battle with gastric cancer and pneumonia. He was 43. In quotes, "His whole family is gathered together, and we are all totally bereft." End quotes, the 75-year-old Weber said in a statement emailed by a representative. In quotes, "Thank you for all your thoughts during this difficult time." End quotes. Nicholas died at a hospital in the south-central English town of Basingstoke, his father said. Weber, the famed composer, missed the Broadway opening Thursday of his Bad Cinderella to be at his son's side with other loved ones. Nicholas is best known for his work on the BBC One's Love, Lies, and Records, which was based on the book The Little Prince. He also worked on his father's 2021 Cinderella, earning a Grammy nod for Best Musical Theater Album. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
To Millennium News TV 24/7 Global Afternoon Update. Here's the continuation of today's top stories. Thank you for being with us. News story number 9. Reese Witherspoon and her husband say they are divorcing after nearly 12 years of marriage. The actor, producer, and her husband, Hollywood agent Jim Toth, announced their breakup Friday in a joint statement on Instagram. Their wedding anniversary is Sunday. In quotes, "It is with a great deal of care and consideration that we have made the difficult decision to divorce," end quotes, the post said. "We have enjoyed so many wonderful years together and are moving forward with deep love, kindness, and mutual respect for everything we have created together," end quotes. Witherspoon and Toth have one son together, and they said he remains their biggest priority, asking for privacy. Next news. News story number 10. It was the stuff of novels. For years, a con artist plagued the publishing industry, impersonating editors and agents to pull off hundreds of literary heists. But the manuscripts obtained from high-profile authors were never resold or leaked, rendering the thefts all the more perplexing. The Thursday sentencing of Filippo Bernardini in Manhattan Federal Court brought the saga to an end, and with it, finally some answers. After pleading guilty to one count of wire fraud in January, Bernardini was sentenced to time served, avoiding prison on a felony charge that carried up to 20 years in prison. Prosecutors had asked for a sentence for at least a year. Next news. News story number 11. Elijah Martin sent a message early for upstart Florida Atlantic, soaring to the basket for a one-handed jam and chirping with the Kansas State players about his poster moment at Madison Square Garden. In quotes, "They're going to label us, whatever, but we're some pit bulls and Rottweilers," Martin said. Now they can call the ninth-seeded Owls a Final Four team. Martin and FAU withstood another huge game by Kansas State's Marquis Nowell and brushed off a deficit in the final 8 minutes to beat the Wildcats 79-76 on Saturday night. FAU, 35-3, making just its second appearance in the NCAA tournament and first since 2002, won the East Region and will head to Houston to play the winner of Sunday's South Region final between Creighton and San Diego State. Next news. News story number 12. The golf was as good as it gets. Rory McIlroy made 17 birdies in the 36 holes he played Saturday. Defending champion Scottie Scheffler rallied with 6 birdies in his last 9 holes to reach the semifinals for the third straight year. A little luck never hurts in the WGC Dell Technologies match play. And as great as McIlroy played, he needed some of that too. McIlroy never led in his quarterfinals match against Xander Schauffele. They came to the 18th hole, all square, and McIlroy slumped slightly when he saw his drive headed left toward the trees. Schauffele hit his shot and quickly picked up his tee. Imagine their surprise. McIlroy came upon a golf ball behind a tree and figured it was his. Schauffele was walking behind him and was stunned when McIlroy kept going. This has been the daily global afternoon news update of Millennium News TV 24/7. My name's Todd Goldfinger. Thank you for watching. Please log in to get the latest news on all of our social networking sites. That means Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. On TikTok, we are Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers now on both network broadcasting, Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV. Also, all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment, our latest news, views, and editorials, our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Please stay with Millennium News 24/7. Thank you, and God bless you wherever you are. Peace.